Hello, Gooner back again with another video. So this is me going over. This is me going. Sorry. I can't hold my smile. You get me, yo. If you know, you know. You get me. If you know, you know. Um, but this is me going over game week 32. No, it's not 30. What am I saying? Sorry. I'm too hyped. Game week 31. There's 7 games left now. And this game week was beautiful. This game week was lovely. You get me. Um Lots of people thought that no, sorry guys. Okay. Usually what I do when I go over these game weeks, I do the lukewarm, the hot, and then I do the cold. So, you know, that what that means is I cover only a couple of teams. I usually go through all the teams. I usually talk about the West London Blue Cowboys. They showed themselves again. I usually talk about the to be honest, man, Spurs. I used to talk about Spurs. I really just want to talk about the title race, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Um let's go with the lukewarm because real talk, like I feel like Mauricio Pochettino, like Chelsea fans, I mean, sorry, West London Blue Cowboy fans, let me know, like, do you think that he still has the job because of your financial issues? It's not all his fault, you get me? It's not all his fault. But for me, like, I feel that it's just not working, you know? You know, when you're in a relationship and, like, on paper it works. So you go outside, you and your partner, you're outside, and like everyone looks at you and like, yeah, these guys must be good. They must click. That's what happened in the summer. Everyone's like, they're young players, not mature players. Mauricio Pochettino worked with Kane. He worked with Ali. He worked with a young Christian Eriksen, right? He worked with Kyle Walker when he was younger. You get me? And he was able to turn these players that had no names into players that have names. Um, Unfortunately for one of them, that like their name is just gone now. But we won't talk about that. Like we just wish prayers to Deli Ali. Anyways, um, but what I'm trying to get at here is looking at it from the beginning of the season. I'm gonna be talking about like beginning of season expectations a lot because I'm gonna talk about a title race. But looking at it from the beginning of the season, West London Blue Cowboys looked at them and Mauricio Pochettino were a perfect match, and it just turns out it just didn't. It's not working out. But I just don't understand why. Like for me, I'm an Arsenal fan, so I'm used to having managers for a long time. I had Wenger for ages, and now we're on like a kind of the same role of Arteta, which many people believe he should have got fired earlier. But we I believe as Arsenal, like when we have a manager, we like to build off of that guy. Chelsea used to have the mindset that with Abramovich, we are here for trophies. They didn't have that much trophies to begin with. Fun fact, um, Everton have more league titles than Chelsea. Fun fact. Anyways, but they don't have that much league titles, and so what they were doing is it like Abramovich came in and he's like, this is a no nonsense environment, and I think your owner sets the tone for the whole establishment. His culture trickles down. And so, no nonsense environment. You come in, you say who you want, I let you buy who you want, and then from there you give me results. If you don't win the league or the Champions League, you're out. So you're seeing turnarounds of 1 year, 8 months, quick turnarounds. And Mauricio Pochettino under the Abramovich era probably would have got sacked in the first 4 months, right? Probably would have got sacked in the first 4 months. But with Todd Bowley, it's a different culture. And I feel like at this point in time, because Potter got sacked earlier, I feel like at this point in time, the reason they're keeping him might be with that financial issues. But that's neither here nor there. Um, I'm not gonna get at Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer didn't really do anything. But like in my personal opinion, when you've been performing at a particular level throughout the whole season, when you have one bad game, I'm not gonna come at you. It doesn't make sense. It's for your teammates to pick you up from that one bad game you're having. You get me? And Enzo Fernandez, for all the talent in the world he's supposed to have, he's unable to do this. Chelsea fans say he's a controller. He dictates the pace of the game. He gets us to play the game we want to play. But he didn't do that today, did he? And overall, it's just poor. It really is just poor. You played like you play the blades today, and they're not even the blades; they're the dull blades. Like they're not even bread knives. They can't cut through bread. Like you're out here trying to cut through flipping butter, and they can't do that for you. They can't spread butter and bread. They're not the blades right now. They're the toothpicks, and you can't penetrate. You can't do anything. It's wild, man. It's absolutely wild. I won't get at Cole Palmer, but one thing I will say is that like he was able to at least get an assist, and that assist at that time would have been the winning goal, but it wasn't. And so like he's a forward. His job is to be efficient, and he was efficient in that sense. It's just he was poor. Um, I'm not gonna talk about the Mason not the Mason Mount. Sorry, I'm not going to talk about the punch, the punch that Madison did off of frustration. I guess that he's not performing well. I don't know. I won't talk about the punch. That should have been a red card. It is what it is. Let's go to Man United. I'm gonna go to Man United. I'm not gonna talk about Arsenal or City because there's no need. There really is no need. Maybe I'll just pick up a few good points after, but let's go straight into the United game. Let's get this right. Let's get this right, first of all. The difference between United and Chelsea is that United have talent. They have talent on their squad. But the talent is met with zero structure as well. And so they have no idea what they're doing, right? So this is what you have with United. That's different from Chelsea. Chelsea players have no experience. So they're listening to this stupid guy. You get me? So they're listening to Pochettino with his dated tactics. With with Man United, what you're getting is that you have experience and you have people who have done stuff, and they listen to Eric Ten Hag and they're just confused. And then they get on the pitch and they're like, "Let me follow my gaffer." But then when they're applying what he says, it's like this doesn't make any sense. And you can tell that's the issue. You can tell it's not the players that are just terrible because when you swap in the players, they're still trying to play what Eric Ten Hag wants them to play, and it still looks ugly. It still looks like ping pong. And that's the problem with what happened with Liverpool today. There were large spells of the game where they allowed themselves to succumb to the garbage of and filth of Man United. And the first half of football was so crazy because they should have been down 6. Let's be real. But Darwin Nunes, oh, like there's this one like YouTube cartoon I watch. It's it's hilarious. It's hilarious. They have Darwin Nunes down as a blind man, right? And this is not me poking fun at not me poking fun at blind people. It's a joke in it. So I'm pretty sure you guys have seen the cartoon, and I see why now. Like I was like, why did he have Darwin Nunes like as a blind guy, bro? He had how many opportunities did this guy have when he just scuffed them? Like how many? And can like I'm not gonna say Liverpool have bottled their lead. I'm just gonna say that I mean at a certain point Arsenal were third and now we're first. Like yeah. At a certain point, people were saying that like I even said myself a video. Did I say no? I said the Liverpool game was make or break in the video. I said it was make or break. That basically we play that game. It's make or break for Arteta. It's make or break for our season. And the thing is, Liverpool were involved in that game. The team that's ahead of them now are ahead of them now, and we took points off them, and we're ahead of you. I'm not trying to say you bottled it, but we took points off you, and now we're ahead of you. So like, so it's like it's one of those things where it's like it's not a bottle job. But at the end of the season, when we have the full story, when we've read everything from top to toe, when analyzing the characters that were in play, right? And we're analyzing Liverpool's part in this story of this title of this season. we can say that if Arsenal won, that was a contributing factor and it was a turning point for us. You get me? Um, and so what I would say is that Kobe Mainu he's special. He needs to do it for maybe 2 to 3 seasons for me to be like, yo. But he's special. You can see something there. McAllister was amazing again. Darwin Nunes is all of the attackers for Liverpool were garbage. So Bo's a lie. Like and Kwanzaa, you made a mistake, but you're a young player. You get me? So like it is like you're young. This is the problem with Chelsea is that young players are gonna make mistakes. It's just for them to learn from it. Jurgen Klopp even said that like the best thing you can tell him is that you're gonna do something like that again. It's just what you take from it and how you learn from it. And so for me, what I'm saying is that basically they didn't bottle it, but they haven't bottled it. They haven't. This title race is crazy, but they did drop points. They really did drop points, and it's unfortunate for Liverpool that they weren't able to storm the chaos of Man United. And I'm not gonna say that. Like I would say that if Man United played that game versus us, I feel like Arsenal would deal with it a lot better. But like for Arsenal, I'm a couple like 3 points, and then like obviously you guys can see that I have the remaining fixtures on the screen. I'm gonna not go through all of them. I'm gonna go through the next three, and then we'll go through the next three. Then after that, we'll continue to do that and see how I did. You get me? You see, like if my prediction for the last three was good or not, or should I just do the next one? Yeah, I'll do the next one, and then we'll roll from there. You get me? So I'm gonna touch on for Arsenal. All I have to say is, me personally, I said something about Kai. I'm not gonna apologize. He proved me wrong, and I'm happy he proved me wrong. This is his best ever career season. He surpassed his Leverkusen numbers. He got 1 goal, 1 assist. He added to his GA. Here's his best ever career season. Since he's playing as a striker, I want him to score at least, I want him to score at least 15 because he's playing up front now. But if you ask me, Arteta's moved Jesus to the left because Kai Havertz is more efficient. It doesn't matter how he looks, it doesn't matter how he does it. The ball gets in the back of the net or he contributes to it. That's all I gotta say. Second thing, I must talk a little bit on KDB. Inside my own personal group chats, in my own personal group chats, I said that maybe this is now KDB passing the mantle. And this guy goes and does what he did. In my fantasy, he's the guy that got me the points I have. Like I'm doing terrible in fantasy, but KDB got me my points. He is he's up there. Me, I'll do a video on it maybe, and I'll tell you who I have for my Premier League #1 for midfield. Yeah, I'll do a video on it. I'll let you guys know in the comment section. Let me know if you want me to do that. When football's all said and done, I'll do my own, and we'll see like if y'all feeling it. You get me? But Arsenal and City, there's a difference in the like. We've been talking about Liverpool. People will be talking about unsustainability of Liverpool, and I believe with these teams, when you're really that good, like a draw is as good as a loss at this point. It's as good as a loss. It's 1 point versus 3. It's as good as a loss, and so I'm gonna get at the my prediction for the next games. So for Arsenal, actually, no. Let's go this way. For City, they got Luton. They're gonna win. This is a win. This is when they get goal difference back as well. If I look at the game that Arsenal had against Luton, we just handled them. It was very, very, very boring. But we don't care. As an Arsenal fan, I just want results. I don't care about the performance at this point in time. I don't care how we do it. Just get across the line. 3 points is what we need. I believe they're going to handle them the same way they did. They're going to rest their players as well because they're going up against Real Madrid. And so you're going to see players that you probably want to see Oscar. What's his name? Is it Oscar Bob? Is his name Oscar Bob? You're gonna see that Netherlands, the winger, the right winger. He played last game as well. For he played this game. Was it this game? Yeah, I think he played this game as well. You're gonna see him in here. You're gonna see Doku probably start because he's not gonna play. bro, you might actually see Nunez play this game as well. Rico Lewis for sure is playing it because obviously Kyle Walker's injured. But this is gonna be I believe 3-0. No 3-1. They'll get a goal. The City defense is a bit shaky. This is a home game for Liverpool. 3-1. Simple. That's Liverpool's favorite scoreline this season is 3-1. It's a home game, it's 3-1. Crystal Palace will score first, 3-1. Aston Villa versus Arsenal. This one is a spicy one. But one thing I will tell you is that I believe like last season was weird for me because we were winning games, but I was very anxious about everything. And I realized from the Brighton game, I was not worried about Brighton at all. Throughout the whole week in my heart, I was like, this is probably going to be 2-0. And it was 3-0. And it was like very comfortable. They did not do anything. They only had one shot on target, and that was just from outside the box because they couldn't get in the box. The only person that gives me some sort of anxiety from the Arsenal players is only Zinchenko, right? Um, and I believe with this Aston Villa game, we're gonna handle them. And I like you may think that I'm going wild when I say this, but I think that we'd actually get is 2 or 3-0 this one. I think this one's gonna be 2 or 3-0. I don't think they're gonna score against us. Our defense is too good. And so what that will leave us at is 74, 74, 73, staying tight throughout. And that is the end of the video. In the comment section below, please let me know if you like the video. Please go into the video like straight up out like this is what all these guys be doing. So I'm gonna do the same thing, you get me? Like I'll show you how to do it. You get me? So like I'm watching this video right now. I'm watching This Is Football. I'm watching Hussam. And if you look, I've already liked the button. So just like it, you get me. If dislike it, if you don't like it, you get me. Sub to me if you want to listen to more football. These are football views coming from YEG. I was born in the UK, but I'm now in YEG. I'm a YEG Gooner. You feel me? Thank you so much for your time. Much love. Peace.